আসসালামু আলাইকুম এভরিওয়ান, ওয়েলকাম টু মাই চ্যানেল। আজকে আমি ডিসকাস করব ভিক্টোরিয়ান পোয়েট্রির প্রিভিয়াস ইয়ার ব্রিফ কোশ্চেনগুলো নিয়ে। এখানে আমি 2012 থেকে 2017 সালের কোশ্চেনগুলো নিয়ে ডিসকাস করছি। তো আই হোপ আপনারা এই ভিডিওটা শুরু থেকে শেষ পর্যন্ত দেখলে A to Z সব ব্রিফ কোশ্চেনগুলো দেখতে পারবেন। সো আমি শুরু করছি 2012 সালের যে কোশ্চেনগুলো এসেছিল ব্রিফ। হোয়াট ইজ গালিনগেল? Galingale is says with an aromatic rhythm. It is used in perfumes. What is the source of the poem Lotus Eaters? The Odyssey by Homer is the source of the poem The Lotus Eaters. What is the name of Ulysses' son? The name of Ulysses' son is Telemachus. Who is Scholar Gypsy? The Scholar Gypsy is an Oxford scholar who gives up his academic life to roam the world with a band of gypsies, absorbing their customs and seeking the source of their wisdom. Why did Lucretius' lover hope to get money from Lucretia? Lucretius' lover hoped to get money from Lucretia so that he can pay off his debts. Who caught Lippo at night? A group of watchmen caught Lippo at night. এখানে আমি আগেই বলে দিচ্ছি যেগুলো প্রিভিয়াস ইয়ারের কোশ্চেন রয়েছে সেগুলো আমি অ্যাভয়েড করে যাচ্ছি, কারণ আউট অফ সিলেবাস একটা কোশ্চেনও এক্সামে আসবে না, সিলেবাসে যেগুলো আছে সেগুলোই আসবে। হোয়াট ডাজ আর্নল্ড ল্যামেন্ট ইন ডোভার বিচ? ইন ডোভার বিচ আর্নল্ড ল্যামেন্টস দ্য লস অফ রিলিজিয়াস ফেথ। হু ইজ থার্সিস? Thyrsis is the title character of a poem written by Matthew Arnold in 1865. The character is representative of Arnold's friend Arthur of Clough. What did Felix Randall use to make? Felix Randall used to make horseshoes. এরপরে 2013 সালে যে কোশ্চেনগুলো এসেছিল, What type of poem is Locksley Hall? Locksley Hall by Alfred Lord Tennyson is a dramatic monologue based on unrequited love. What kind of area did Scholar Gypsy love? The Scholar Gypsy loved retired or isolated area. Who sang the Corydon song in Lotus Eaters? In the Lotus Eaters, the fellow mariners of Ulysses sang the Corydon song. What is Bablock Heath? Bablock Heath is a small hamlet in Oxfordshire situated 5 miles west of Oxford city centre. There was formerly an important vehicle ferry across the River Thames at Bablock Heath. How did the priest pray on behalf of Randall? The priest prayed on behalf of Randall as, well, God rest him, although river he often it. What is the eternal note of sadness? The eternal note of sadness is the melancholic tune created by the thought of rise and fall, ebb and flow, and the confused and distorted state of human life, irrespective of time and place. Why is Margaret crying? Margaret is crying, seeing the shedding of the leaves of golden grove. What kind of woman was Lucretia? Lucretia was a greedy, faithless, and soulless woman having serpentine beauty. What is Arnold's view about truth? According to Arnold, truth is not a commercial product. Nothing worldly can purchase it. What is Victorian compromise? Victorian compromise is the compromise between reason and emotion, religion and science, faith and doubt, freedom and restriction, etc. Next, 2014 সালে যে ব্রিফ কোশ্চেনগুলো এসেছিল, Why did the sailor decide not to return home? The sailors decided not to return home because the sea and the journey across the sea seemed hateful to them after eating the lotus fruit. লোটস ইটার থেকে এই কোশ্চেনটা এসেছে। দ্য পোয়েম ইউলিসিস, এটা হচ্ছে প্রিভিয়াস ইয়ার ব্রিফ কোশ্চেন, এটা আমি অ্যাভয়েড করে যাচ্ছি। Who are compared to rares in Fralipolippi? Monks who follow prostitutes for seeking pleasure are compared to rares in Fralipolippi. What does Ithaca symbolize? Ithaca symbolizes the state of illness, idleness, stillness, barrenness, and savagery. Who is the poem Dover Beach addressed to? The poem Dover Beach is addressed to Arnold's wife. Why the modern life is called a strange disease. The modern life is called a strange disease because of its materialism and escapism. Who was Andrea del Sarto? Andrea del Sarto was an Italian painter from Florence whose career flourished during the High Renaissance and clearly mannerism. What does the sea of faith symbolize? The sea of faith symbolizes religious belief. What do you mean by brute beauty? Brute beauty means natural beauty. What is the source of mankind's sorrow? The first disobedience of original sins is the source of mankind's sorrow in Hopkins' Spring and Fall. What does Arnold lament in Dover Beach for? In Dover Beach, Arnold laments the loss of religious faith. নেক্সট 2015 সালে আসা কোশ্চেনগুলো। What does the poem Locksley Hall represent? The poem Locksley Hall represents young life, its good side, its deficiencies, and its yearnings. What does Ulysses symbolize? How was the religious faith of the Victorians? According to Arnold, the Victorians were half believers of casual creeds. They never felt the religion deeply. My pipe is lost. What is meant by pipe? Pipe here means poetic inspiration. Who does Corydon stand for in Arnold's Thyrsis? In Arnold's Thyrsis, Corydon stands for Arnold himself. What happened to the man who ate the lotus at the land of the lotus eaters? The men who ate the lotus at the end of the lotus eaters were unwilling to go home. They wanted to stay there with the lotus eating people. What is gypsy lore? The gypsy lore is the secret knowledge of the gypsies regarding how to read the thoughts of others. Who is Margaret? Margaret is the name of a young girl to whom the speaker in Spring and Fall was thinking. What is the source of the poem Lotus Eaters? The Odyssey by Homer is the source of the poem Lotus Eaters. Who was Enone? Enone was the first wife of Paris of Troy. He abandoned her for the queen Helena of Sparta. Who was Andrea's wife? Lucrezia was Andrea's wife. What type of poem is Thyrsis? Thyrsis is a pastoral elegy. Which bird is called the windower? The bird falcon is called the windower. Who are the lotus eaters? The lotus eaters are inhabitants of Lotus Island. They eat lotus fruits. Who called the faultless painter? Andrea del Sarto was called the faultless painter. What is Dover Beach famous for? Dover Beach is a principal cross-channel port in Britain and is most famous for its white chalk cliffs. What is a dramatic monologue? A dramatic monologue is a kind of poetry in which a speaker speaks out his soul at a critical moment of his life to a silent audience whose presence is perceived from the speech of the speaker. What kind of poem is the Scholar Gypsy? The Scholar Gypsy is a pastoral elegy. Who is the speaker in the poem The Last Ride Together? The speaker in the poem The Last Ride Together is a rejected lover exploring the end of a love affair. How did Tithonus become immortal? Tithonus became immortal by asking Aurora, the goddess of dawn, to grant him the gift of immortality. Who wrote the poem Pied Beauty? Gerard Manley Hopkins wrote the poem Pied Beauty. নেক্সট 2017 সালে আসা কোশ্চেনগুলো। হু ইজ অ্যামি? অ্যামি ইজ দ্য স্পিকার্স অফ কাজিং হু রিজেক্টেড হিম টু ম্যারি এ বুরিশ ম্যান আফটার বিং pressurized by her parents. What gift does Tithonus urge to take back? Tithonus urged to take back the gift of immortality. Where do Andrea and Lucrezia live? Andrea and Lucrezia live in Fiesole, Italy. Who is Neptune? Neptune is the god of the sea in Roman mythology. What is the source of the poem Scholar Gypsy? The source of the poem The Scholar Gypsy is a 17th century Oxford story found in Joseph Glanville's The Vanity of Dogmatizing. What is monody? Monody is a poem in which a single person laments another's death. What do you understand by brute beauty? Brute beauty means natural beauty. What is the meaning of Felix? Felix means happy. What type of poem is Untitled Sarto? Untitled Sarto is a dramatic monologue poem. How old was Fra Lippo when he renounced the worldly pleasures? When Fra Lippo renounced the worldly pleasures, he was 80 years old. Who is the speaker of the poem My Last Duchess? Duke of Ferrara is the speaker of the poem My Last Duchess. Who was Sophocles? Sophocles was one of the most famous and celebrated writers of tragedies in ancient Greece. আমি এখানে 2022 থেকে 2012 থেকে 2017 পর্যন্ত ব্রিফ কোশ্চেনগুলো নিয়ে ডিসকাস করলাম। আই হোপ আপনারা এগুলো পড়লে অন্তত হলেও 80% কমন পাবেন, যেহেতু ব্রিফ কোশ্চেন বারবার রিপিট হয়। সো আপনারা, আমি অন্যান্য সাবজেক্টগুলো আরও অন্যান্য ভিডিওতে দেখিয়েছি, আপনারা চাইলে সেই ভিডিওগুলো দেখে থার্ড ইয়ারে অন্যান্য সাবজেক্টের সাজেশনগুলো দেখতে পারেন। তো আই হোপ আপনারা বুঝতে পেরেছেন। আজকে এই পর্যন্ত শেষ করছি। নেক্সট আরও অন্যান্য টিউটোরিয়াল নিয়ে আসবো।